In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an assignment where students can annotate directly within the assignment. So let's get started. We're first going to go to create an assignment. And then right here, I would want to add any critical instructions for the students, especially if it's a multi-page PDF that I wanted them to annotate. Just want to make sure that my points are correct and everything looks good there. And I want to make sure that this is an online submission type. And if you've never used this student annotation feature, you're going to want to make sure that is checked. You can upload a file that you have to your course files, or you can upload a file directly from your computer, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to give it a due date here and publish this. Let's take a look at what this looks like from the student's perspective. So when the student opens this assignment, it will open up with those instructions that I gave. A couple of things to point out. This is if I wanted to download this PDF. If this is a multi-page PDF, this is going to be important for students to know how to navigate through this. Obviously, this PDF just has 3 pages. This is if I want to rotate, zoom, go full screen, you know, those kind of typical tools. But then this is all of these amazing annotation tools. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. And you can see that this is my document and my reading passage that I want students to annotate. So let's take a look at these tools. So this is just my basic selector tool, and I go back and forth with this when I want to go from one tool to another and move around within my document. This is going to be the point annotation tool where I can point out specific features within the document, and this point sticks to maybe a word or a paragraph. And then I have the highlighter tool, which you're going to be more familiar with, and the text tool, which is where I can add text freely within the document. The strikeout annotation tool, where I can annotate and strike through different words. This is really great for peer review or editing, especially going back and forth with teacher to student in that and revision process. And then this is where, free drawing. This is great for sketch noting or even labeling or making diagrams. And then this is going to allow me to select an area and annotate right within that area. So let's just dive right in. So I am reading this, The Gift of the Magi here, and I'm going to pinpoint this particular part of the text. I'm going to highlight maybe some words that I don't know. Oops, I'm going to just trash that. That's a really nice thing about something that I do. I can take a look at it and decide if I want to keep it or trash it. And of course, I have all of these different colors here. And if I want to add text, I can move my text around freely within the document and get that text exactly where I want it to be. I can increase the size. And then my strike through. If I wanted to strike through, an area, and then my drawing tool. And you can change the thickness of your drawing tools. You can also, you can't move on without acknowledging whether or not you want to keep this or trash it. And then I really like this, it allows you to select an area and it gives you a little rectangle. So I want to and what the difference is between this and this pinpoint is this pinpoint just will pin to, one little area, like a number or words or a part of a chart or a graph. And then this will allow you to select, an area within the document. So this, you can change the colors and have that stand out a little bit more. When I'm all finished annotating this assignment, I'm going to submit this. And let's leave this student view here. And now as a teacher, I'm going to go into my speed grader, and you will see that this opens up with the same annotation tools that the students had. And I'm going to go through and read the comments my student had. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And I love that I can also use that pinpoint feature, that point annotation, to point to specific comments that my student made. And I can highlight and draw attention to, any other part of the document. Don't forget to, grade this assignment and submit it. And that is how you use the built-in Canvas annotation tools.